Welcome into day 3. I know it's dark. I'm doing my best with the limited camera. But welcome back. Day 3 of what? The NFL Draft here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today is not like day 1 and 2. It's a lot cooler. Maybe 60 degrees. It is 9:30 p.m. I already took my first ride. I'm on my way to my next one, which is right here. And it's sprinkling a little bit, so not as perfect and 72 as the other days. That might actually be a good thing for rideshare. Welcome in. Now the question is, I really want to hit $40+ an hour. It's the biggest event in Pittsburgh history, basically, and I want surge pay. I want Boost Plus bonus pay. I want good tips. But on day 3, Saturday, it is a Saturday, combine that with like the draft as well, can I actually get $40+ an hour? If you didn't know, rideshare usually pays more than delivery. All right, rideshare, yes. This stuff does not happen on other apps. Okay, so here's what just happened. I just finished a ride. Not at all how it usually goes, is supposed to go, or how I figured it went. I can't even. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? As I like to do, the best way is just to reenact this with you, all right? So let me reenact what happened on this ride. I arrive at the destination, and the gentleman gets in the vehicle, and what did he say? He was struggling to like speak because English was not his first language. It was Spanish. So I think he said like Espanol. I'm like, like, no Espanol, solo Inglés. And I'm like trying to remember my high school and freshman college Spanish here. I said, oh, no hablo, and you can please correct me in the, no headlights. Stopped at the stop sign. All right, let's get back into it here though. No Espanol, solo Inglés. I can say it, I guess. Cavo. It's a nightclub here in Pittsburgh. I was confirming the destination. Cavo? And he's looking, he's like, like, no. I'm like, Cavo. Like, nightclub? He's like, no. And then he's trying to figure this out. And I'm showing him the screen. And I said 1612 or whatever it was, Smallman Street. He's like, no. And I'm thinking, oh boy, what is going on? And then he holds up his phone and he shows me a completely different address, not near Cavo whatsoever. Now this can happen. I'm like, all right. And then he holds up his phone again. He's using like, text to translation. And it says, this is the first time I'm using the app. Okay. Maybe he went to Cabo last night and, he tapped on it again. I understand, okay? But we have the language barrier. So I see this new address. I'm like, it is 27 minutes away. Now, Cabo was going to be another, 25 minutes away. So fine. It's semi-similar with time. It's just, going to a completely different area, right? So now let's go to the Uber driver app. As someone who's not done rideshare in a long time, sometimes I'll do it on New Year's Eve. Like that's like my one weekend I usually do it New Year's Eve. I don't know how to easily change the address, guys. There's some feedback for you. I'm like, where? I know I can do it. Where do I change? Because I can't explain to him. Because typically you can say, oh, that's fine. Can you update it in your app, in the rider app? Because it needs to be documented. So Uber knows. Otherwise, Uber's like, where are you going? So I know I can't explain that to him in Spanish. So I'm like, all right, I know there's a way for me to do it. Here's how to do it. You tap on the black bar at the top of your screen, on the top of the navigation, and it drops down the actual navigation steps. Turn right, 800 feet, turn left, continue for 2 miles, right? All the way at the bottom is your destination. It said Cavo, with a little pencil next to it, so I can edit. there should be redundancies. I should be able to tap on the menu. I did not find an easy help. Guys, a question mark or something would be good somewhere, like a help button. There's a safety check, and then there's a little orange cone. I can look at it right now with a plus sign to report traffic and stuff like that. I'm like, where is the help button? So I finally find it there with the pencil. I tap on the pencil and it says, update the address. Perfect, there it is. I can update it. Now, I had just punched it into Google Maps, so I'm completely outside of the driver app now. I'm in Google Maps, starting to head to his location. And I should have done this obviously when we were sitting there, but we were in like a neighborhood. So I'm punching in the Google Map, and I punch it into the driver app, and then it says this. It says unable to update destination or whatever. Let me see. The destination could not be updated. Why? What is going on? So now Uber has no idea where I'm going. There's no documentation. Uber doesn't know how long it's going to be, where I'm going. Now, the only good thing they did is they have this safety check. So, algorithm can detect I'm going completely in a different location. I'm not going on the right routing. I'm going in a different area. So it popped up and said, hey, is everything okay? And there's different safety options there. And I tapped on everything's fine because he's back there, and we were trying to communicate a little bit in Spanish. But anyway, Uber has no idea, and now there's zero documentation. So I'm like, all right. And then I just dropped him off at his destination. And I did get a ride as I was on my way. But then I'm thinking, well, Uber doesn't know when I'm going to end this ride. They sent me another rider, but they don't know if I have 5 minutes left on this trip, 12 minutes left on this trip, because I couldn't update my address. So he was nice enough, dropped him off. I understand, first time, language barrier, which made it doubly as hard. So here's a great segue into what I had yesterday. The Smithfield Street Bridge was closed right up here in Station Square because of the NFL draft. So I told my passengers, I said, hey guys, just instead of hopping right across this bridge and going right up here to Mount Washington, I have to go around because the bridge is closed. And they were visiting, like, oh, that's fine, do whatever you need to do. But then Uber flagged me as like, hey, trips that take longer than necessary, that don't take the correct routing, or purposely lengthen the length of a trip is fraud, or it can be considered fraud. You get deactivated. Obviously they're going to give you a bunch of warnings, and it says if there's a pattern of behavior. And I'm like, no, guys, it's just because the Smithfield Street Bridge is closed. You think your app would have known that, and I believe it. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The bridge is right there next to me. I'm going across Liberty Bridge. The app says the bridge is closed. So why did you hit me with that flag? Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, Uber, like, don't flag me for a fraudulent trip. The guy changed the address and I couldn't change it. It did not. It did do another safety check whenever I dropped him off, which is great. I like that safety check. And here's the last point. He seemed nice enough. He generally seemed like, language barrier, first time using the app. I get it. But as a driver, like, I have this health tracking ring on. You can't see it probably. But like, now I'm driving 25 minutes with a slightly elevated heart rate. Because I'm like, what is this on the up and up? What's going on here? Uber has no idea where I'm going. Now, there is share my ride features. You can share your ride with others, so they can always follow you throughout the night. There is a record my ride, so it turns on the front-facing camera and records the interior of the cabin. Those are wonderful safety features. And I drove when that wasn't a thing. 10 years ago, they did not have any of those safety features. I think they had some stuff. They did not have record my ride. They didn't have audio recording. Riders can actually record audio as well. They did not have safety check. But yeah, I'm driving like, all right, like, hopefully we're chill here. Anyway, he was fine, nice enough. I'm very curious to pay on that one now. Now we got another passenger back into Oakland, probably a student, and brushing up on my Spanish skills. I was just thinking, you know what? If you want a little zest in your gig work, there's no better radio than the passengers behind you. Oh man, you hear everything. We had some boyfriend, ex-girlfriend relationship talk, and I mean, you hear everything. Now, don't interject. Sometimes they'll just ask you random stuff. They'll be like, driver, what do you think? And they'll just like ask you stuff, but don't interject. I do the basic greeting. If they want to talk to me, fine, but usually they'll talk amongst themselves and stuff. Nice passengers, but I'm on another one, okay? It's like $12+ I'd like $15 to $20+ on this really busy event weekend, but it is super short. It's like 3 miles. It's gonna take, I think, maybe 14 minutes or something like that, so I took it. I'm out of the zone, but with rideshare, I think you do have arguably even more fluidity, more flexibility, because there's people everywhere. And it doesn't matter if you're in residential, because like you can pick up anywhere, versus food delivery. You can't pick up food delivery in residential. Like you have to be in a retail something to get a restaurant or a merchant, So this one was not far away, so I gotta get going. But it's been entertaining, the conversations. Certainly, sometimes you play therapist, a listening ear and advice giver and career counselor and you name it. Entertainer maybe, certainly. But yeah, it's been okay. It's been good. This is a good one. $28.47, 7.5 miles. I don't really like that I have to add that up. Like, what is it? For the the different legs or something like that. Like the distance, I guess, to the pickup, and then they give you the distance to the trip. I don't know. I kind of just want the entire mileage. I'm also noticing, maybe you can comment down below, that I am accepting these multi-stop runs. Now, hold on, let me look at this. That's incredible. Unbelievable. The Wyndham Hotel converted the entire side of their hotel to a screen. I don't know how they did that. It looks insane. I'm sorry, give me a second. That looks unreal. It's not very clear, I'll give you that. Wow. That is so cool looking. Wow. Oh, I saw a Penn Stater. Nice. I went to Penn State, guys. I saw a Penn State alumnus get drafted. Congrats to him. All right, I got to pick up this guy. Yeah, the multi-stop runs, they haven't been the worst. We like risk here on the Your Driver Mike Side Hustle Variety Show, right? So when I saw $26.68 for 11 miles or so for 30-some minutes, I thought 30-some minutes, $26. Fantastic. Going even more south. Now I'm going to be about 35 minutes out of the city. I thought, risk, right? Let's take a risk. I'm sure I can get a ride back into the city, right? Bars don't close until 2. It's like 12:30. Risk. Good pay, right? Good dollars to time ratio. I'm also seeing a few of these reserved rides. I don't know why I'm getting them. The person reserved this ride ahead of time, and now it's time to get their ride, so it pings as a reservation. Best scenario ever. That's insane. I might take this. 2-3 miles. $12.60 for about 3 miles. That's good, right? I'll take it. It's not a monster run, but you know what? I don't care if it's not a monster run, because I just had a monster run. The 2 guys that I just drove that went super, super far south, they're like, actually, we're just stopping to like, he needs shoes. I'm gonna change my jacket because we're going to cheerleaders right here back in the city. It's a gentleman's club here in Pittsburgh. Packed. Very, very, the parking lot is slammed. And I said, perfect. Change that destination, tack it on, because I'm try to go back in the city anyway. You guys are awesome. So I got a perfect positioning run where I was literally, we were like 25, 30 minutes out of the city. And I got great pay. And I just got this next one as well. That's crazy. I got so lucky on that positioning run. Anyway, it's 1:38 a.m. I might be back over there later tonight for a passenger. Maybe not. No, I'm just kidding. For a passenger. Let's continue the night. Well, I just noticed this passenger put the same starting and ending destination. That is not great. The paywall updates, I could cancel on them right now. I'm 1 minute away. I don't know. I guess I'm going to see this through. I did not notice that at all. It's the same starting and ending destination. I hope they're not going super far away. Oh, now's my time. I'm coming close. They have a decent rider rating, but this is going to be up to you. It's 2:23 a.m. You also don't want them to be so drunk that they didn't realize. Man, I might just see this through. I'm pulling up here. All right, let me report back. You know what? I just canceled it instantly. Oh my gosh. I canceled it. You have to use your best judgment, okay? So, red flag number 1, same starting and ending destination. That is wrong. That's impossible. You're never going to get a ride for the same starting and ending destination. Like literally going nowhere, that's a red flag. And then when I got there, they texted me kind of immediately that said, "What street are you on? We're done. You were already on thin ice, same starting and ending destination. You had a fine 4.8 something, but there's too good money to be made right now. I kind of want to go to GetGo, but I'm not doing that. Like, what street am I on? I'm on the street that you requested. So, that's a red flag. I'm not doing that today." By the way, updates. I didn't get another ride. It's like past 3 a.m. The rides were getting fewer and fewer, longer in between. Kind of. I mean, they were still pretty decently rapid fire. They just were not worth it at all. And the later it gets, the rides at this kind of hour, I really wanted it to be worth it. Anyway. Actually, I can grab it. I'm at the red light. Those guys that went to cheerleaders tipped me $40 in cash. $40. So, you know what? I looked at the earnings. I almost did 40 an hour. So does that change anything? Right under. I mean, still, I still think this was a fantastic shift. I mean, it's certainly worth it. But that he wanted to tip me $60. I was like, no, you don't need to tip me $60 for it took us like 25 minutes to get back up here. I'm like, and he's been drinking a little bit. I'm like, save your money. I mean, you can take it if you want, but I'm like, dude, $40 on top of this is insane. Like, thank you. So yeah, I mean, really happy overall with this shift here. I think just under $40 an hour, although I didn't technically hit 40 an hour, is pretty much maxed out, on a lot of gig work. So I'm happy with it.